Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Hustle Talks. Today we're someone with, well, he's like us. Sort of grew up, not in the same area, but around the same time, and he is doing absolutely crazy stuff. We are going to welcome on the show Ahmed Faid, who is the founder of Dose of Society, and Dose of Society are a massive, up-and-coming media platform. I'm not sure if I've said that right, but we're going to hear more from Ahmed himself about his come-up and whatnot, and get straight into it. So, Ahmed, let's get into it, man.
Hey, let's do it. Thanks for having me.
So, let's. I mean, you've been all over the place. Mm-hmm. You're in London now, but you were in LA not too long ago. Mm-hmm. How's things been? What's been going on with Dose of Society? How did things start?
Things have been going well. Just might as well start from the beginning. I'll try to keep it as short as I can in terms of how Dose of Society started and then where it is now. So, the idea came about when I was 16. London at the time, that was 2011. 2011.
After the riots, right?
Yeah. So after the riots. So the idea came about after the riots. So I went, and whilst the riots were happening, and at that time in 2011, London was like a weird place.
Yeah.
Like, the same year we saw like a massive increase in university fees.
Yeah.
We saw the London riots. Knife crime was happening back then. So a lot of things were happening.
Post-recession as well.
So again, a lot of things were happening back then. So for us young people, I think it was a lot to take in. And for the first time ever, I felt as myself, and you probably can both can agree with me, that I felt that I was being affected by outside stuff for the first time ever.
What do you mean outside stuff?
As in like you said, where is it?
Stuff was happening.
Financial stuff, politics, you name it. So, and it was affecting us as young people. As in the riots, young people were rioting. Mm-hmm. Universities, if it affects us, knife crime is affecting us and our friends around us. So whereas again before that, like, you just kind of going on throughout life. And you kind of turn on the TV and you see the same old people talking about the same old stuff. What's happening around the world. I felt that as myself, I felt like I can express my points of view to what was happening back then. And nor did us as young people, and all we had was back then, and still now of course, is social media, where we can express our thoughts and opinions. But again, as you know, that place has become, it's just so noisy. Yeah. It's a noisy place, there's a lot of stuff happening on there as well. So again, it was quite difficult. I had the idea back then to step out on the streets of London and speak to young people, grab a camera, didn't know how to film, edit, none of that, but grab a camera and speak to young people and ask young people's thoughts and opinions, how they actually feel about what's happening within society. Again, because I felt like there weren't like a medium or platform out there kind of expressing that, if that makes sense. Yeah. Again, the only thing kind of similar to what was happening was the news, but that was not representing our voices at all. It was probably doing the opposite and drowning us out and kind of showing young people in a negative light, more or less. So again, I had the idea then, I actually didn't get started. Didn't start whatsoever, and thinking back why, definitely I think the fear of starting a business, which is the fear of doing something different. Yeah. It's just like, again, it's not like for anyone who has a business probably cannot express the same feeling potentially about the fear of just doing something different, like, and what your friends are gonna think, family are gonna think. And college was happening, and A-levels was A-levels was mad as well. So there's a lot of things happening. So a couple years later, went into university, University of Essex, studying economics. First year was cool. Then it came to that summertime, where it was summer, and it was a weird transition, going from university, being surrounded by so many people, then all of a sudden it's summer, and like, you're just
where that man's gone.
It's different. Like I'm literally, everyone disappears.
I'm gonna do that right now, man.
It's a weird transition. I was really just bored. Just thinking about life, like proper.
It's kind of scary when you're bored, isn't it?
Yeah, not honestly, because you're just like, you're alone with your own thoughts. And that's like for the first time ever. Because again, like throughout university, you're back and forth, so it's always busy. It's everything. So I thought for the first time ever, like, again, I was alone with my thoughts now. If that makes sense. And so I literally, the idea kind of came about. It's like, why didn't I just start what I actually wanted to do, speak to young people about what's happening around the world. And I always had that kind of creative mindset early on. That summer, July 2018, I believe. No, not 18 actually. It's a lie. 2008 last year.
Okay.
2000 and I think 2015. Literally picked up my sister's camera and literally hit the streets of London.
Just asking people questions.
Asking people questions. The first question I went and asked people was, if you can change, if you can change society, like if there was one thing you could change within society, what would that one thing be?
Mm-hmm.
And after the responses I got was so vast and different, and from that day on, like I knew I was onto something. Didn't know what it was gonna turn into. Didn't know what it was gonna be. The name Dose to Society didn't even come up. I just called it my name, Ahmed Faid, and that's it. And yeah, just kind of was addicted to it after that. Addicted to speaking to people.
You must have learned a lot about human behavior.
No, ridiculous. And I had people that first time asked people that question. I had people saying like your normal stuff, like I would implement, like if I would change society, like add more love and compassion and understanding, which is all well and good. Then you have your people saying, you know, if I would get immigrants out. Like I had like a wide range of people saying different stuff. And I was thinking to myself, like, if I can get people to become so open with me like this, imagine what I can do if I kind of spread this out and just be consistent with it. And yeah, so just from the first day of filming, from having a different wide range of people in London, I was thinking, yeah, this could be something interesting. And yeah, so once that happened, so I filmed, in fact, knowing how to film, so my first thing was, it was so dead, but that didn't matter. Editing was a shambles. Didn't have to edit. It was ending like on a Windows Movie Maker. So
I still use that for little stuff.
So then I did, but then I didn't put it out for like a month. Again, and the only reason why, again, that fear of like, because I didn't. So when I stepped out, I didn't tell anyone I stepped out. I didn't tell anyone I was filming. So I didn't mention anything.
How important is it to actually face that fear of starting a new business and taking the first steps into establishing yourself in a whole business situation instead of what you were doing in the past? Because that's a big leap in a different direction. You basically like scrapped everything you've done for the last 16, 17 years. Went on to a business.
No, so you definitely that face of fear. I couldn't say how I would face it. It's just like somehow you just have to overcome it. Like everyone overcomes fear differently. Everyone overcomes it through comfort of their friends, and sometimes their friends support them. And they're able to launch their business. But sometimes it's a mind game, man. Like you just have to beat the mind. And it's just telling yourself you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. In my scenario, so cool. I faced the fear of stepping out in the streets, and also when I first hit the streets of London, I was filming in King's Cross. It took me literally 2 hours to speak to one person. I couldn't approach people.
Wow.
Like I was just scared of it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
And honestly,
that's the average person.
The idea. So I was thinking, I felt like those people who, you know what I mean, who stop everyone once in a while.
You must have just thought like, yo, am I gonna use a pickup line here, or am I gonna change the lines?
Bro, like
so many flirtations.
Bro, so many things were going through my mind. Like I would approach someone and just turn back or like, cause I just
swerve.
Bro,
there's a whole way to stop people. Like you have. You know it. People
understand it's a skill. Speak to people, speak to random people, regardless. Networking's a skill. And it's not something that some people, of course, you're born with it and all that kind of stuff. But again, it's not easy whatsoever.
How important is it to actually network?
No, definitely. Again, so going on to networking, which I do every day when I speak to people on the streets. One of the few people's not the first person, but one of the first persons I spoke to. His name. Damn.
Call him Steven for now.
No, it's so sad because I'm trying to think. But yeah. Anyway, I'll find that for you in a minute when I figure it out. But yeah. So he was like, cool. Like I run my own stuff. Like come over to WeWork. I'd love to know more about what you do. But bear in mind, I didn't have anything to talk about. I just started. So I was like, yeah, cool, whatever. So we exchanged details. So once the film was, so a month later, I hit him up. The film was done, and yeah, there and then I showed him. He's like, he loved it. He's like, cool, have you got your YouTube channel? He's like, nah. Cool, let's make one, let's put it out now.
Sick.
And I'm like, nah, not now. I ain't told anyone I've done this. Like, just wait, we'll do it like next week. Like, no, let's do it now. So so yeah, that literally there and then made this. What do you call it? What should you call it? Should you just do your name? Cool, let's just do your name. That's literally made just my name. And yeah, just posted on Facebook, all my socials. After this, a sense of relief, you know. So again, I think so with the help of obviously the mind in terms of going out the streets and battling it myself and speaking to people. The so the overcoming the fear kind of came through that. But again, he's definitely supported me in the sense of like not caring what other people was thinking.
Yeah.
So again, the idea of being self-conscious, what my friends or what my family gonna think.
So would you say he was like a sort of like, I don't know, like some sort of, I was gonna say like a mentor at the time to basically take action in your field, but he's probably just through networking you've come across a guy who's basically
given that power up, right?
Given that
Honestly,
power to actually put you through to YouTube and Facebook and
100%, definitely not 100%. Like we're still in contact time to time. And yeah, he was definitely a huge influence in terms of what I'm doing today. And there's always been, and it's not even just him. Like there's just so many different, like ones, 5 or 6 people who from early on, like who kind of gave me like was a catalyst for what this is today.
I mean, you're like one of the boys, right? And obviously, I'm not sure exactly about the family pressures you faced, but what I mean, for a long time you were going through uni and you were following the typical lifestyle. So like, why not the 9 to 5? Like, did you have that pressure to go into the 9 to 5, or you didn't? But
that pressure was always common. Yeah, like being from East Africa, Eritrea.
But it's prominent, man.
No, 1,000,000%. But again,
why not?
Our families coming from here.
Yeah.
I'll get onto that. So yeah, our families coming from here understand why they would want that one thing: go to school, get good grades, go to university, get better grades, and work for the rest of your life. Retire at 60.
It's that sense of security, as they say.
Yeah,
right?
of course, 100%. And the reason why not for me, I knew how to do it whilst I was balancing my stuff. But the reason why I knew not for me long term is because like the way 9 to 5s are set up, it just wasn't for me. Just like in terms of lifestyle, the idea of the retirement age will increasing to like 75. What's it called, death rate? What's like age 80, whatever.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Like makes if you actually look into it, like it makes no logical sense to why you would do it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I understand why people would do it. So I don't want to knock off 9 to 5, obviously. But I understand why people would do it and why and like if you love what you do, so be it, cool. But again, for me, like it just didn't click in my head. Like as in 1 + 1 = 2. Like it makes sense.
No, I know what you
mean. I'm trying to say like 1 and 1 equals that. That did not make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like 9 to 5 equals X, Y, Z. Like I didn't find anything that I wanted to do. So yeah, like the pressures were there with family, but yeah, I just knew deep down like
it's not for you.
100%.
You've gone around the place and you've asked a lot of people a lot of deep questions, right? But we're gonna switch it up now.
Yeah.
Right. We're gonna be Dose, and you're gonna be Society.
Cool.
Right.
Let's do it.
And our questions are gonna be a bit more lighthearted.
Okay. Cool.
We're not gonna make it so deep.
Cool.
Right. So it might be a bit tricky.
Yeah.
Right. There's not many of them. Right. But we want you to give your most impulsive answer. Right. So wait, I've got the questions here. Asim, you've got the questions as well. So you're asking one, I'm asking one, and then whoever gets the last one. So okay. So Asim, do you want to start with the first one?
How many questions are there?
3.
Oh, I can't. Until you ask it.
but impulsive answers. Right. We want to straight away what you think. It can't be let me go into deep down and let me get my character right.
Ooh.
Cool.
I like this question.
Alright, cool. Fire away.
So what's classy if you're rich but considered trashy if you're poor?
Wait. Firstly,
what's classy?
2 seconds. See those questions, you have to think. That's like a poem, fam. Do you know what I mean?
It has to be impulsive.
That's a poem.
It's a riddle.
There.
They're not deep though. They're not like.
Bro, I have to think what classy you have to gone.
It's not impulsive. Let him think for like a
you have
second.
to think.
Go.
Please repeat the
What's
question.
classy if you're rich
Classy if you're rich,
but considered trashy if you're poor?
Oh, that's a hard question, man.
Come on, man. It can't be that.
Basically, it's what rich people do, but when poor get onto it, like it's just trash. So like trends. But what kind of like trends that are like wealthy?
Classes for the rich is cool.
We thought after people talking to so many people.
No, man, let him breathe.
Bro, you've been behind the camera for a while. I'm trying to think. Class.
Shall I give you an example?
Please do. Why not?
Living
and a long day as well. Still jet lagged as well. So.
Living at a hotel is considered classy if you're rich, but trashy if you're poor.
I don't
Is it?
So.
I mean, think about it.
I don't think so.
I don't know about that one.
Okay.
If I see someone someone who hasn't got much money,
okay, cool. So
you're rich, like.
Let me give you another example.
It's a hard question, see?
Getting money from the government.
But it's trashy though. Like, do I see it?
No, but if you're rich, there's a reason why you're getting it, right?
Yeah, no, of course, 100%. Not if you like, if you ain't got as much money, I understand. But again, the word trash, I wouldn't
trashy
see it.
because
That's
some
what they
people
say again.
need it. Do you know
Correct.
Okay, so you're saying
And it's very, I think it's very good the fact that, because me coming from America, bro, it's a different ball game, you know.
Yeah.
So the fact that UK have some sort of system to help people who ain't got a lot of money, like, it's actually a blessing, like. So
Yeah,
it's
man,
honestly,
stuff
like,
as well.
like coming from America's a different ball
No, that
game,
healthcare
bro.
system is just mesmerizing.
Not even healthcare, bro. Like, just everything as a
Still
whole.
not
Like,
really.
it's like, honestly, like the UK, like, we're actually blessed. Like, from the education system to the healthcare system to like just law over there.
Yeah.
Lawyer, like, yeah, it's ridiculous.
I want to come back to the law question in a bit, right?
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna ask you a very.
I'm not a lawyer, by the way. So.
Okay, so obviously that question was a fail, right? You had no answers. Okay,
No answer,
this is a better one. What's a sensation that you can't stand even though it's not painful?
A sensation I can't see. Bro, these are riddles, fam.
Bro,
Go on, let me go on. Say again, please.
what is a sensation that you can't stand even though it's not painful?
I know one.
Wait, hold up. Wait, let me think.
I'm in us to go first.
I was gonna think something like
It's not painful, but you can't stand it.
a sensation. Like I'm trying to think though. Like,
Do you want my one?
go on.
You know that when your socks get wet?
Okay. See, the thing is,
Bro, that is disgusting. I'm sorry. Okay, it's not
That
painful.
was a bit
yeah.
serious. I was thinking, what, he's gonna say
Yeah,
love or
yeah,
something.
Bro, they're not deep questions. They're not deep, bro.
Okay, so you're making me think deep, bro.
No, you don't have to, bro.
Okay, cool. So your socks get wet.
Right, be
I
honest.
I
feel
was
that one.
thinking like tickling.
Okay, I hear what you're
It's
saying.
not painful, but like
You can't stand it.
you can't stand
But
it.
the sock one, I can relate big time.
So did you recently?
Was
You
it-
didn't have socks
Did you
in a
recently
while.
get a wet sock?
No, not recently because I was in the sun for a while, so
Okay,
not too
fine.
bad.
Yeah.
But a sensation I can't. Phones on cameras, like your.
So you're gonna bring this up? So you're saying when?
But that's just I can't. I actually can't stand.
So it's not painful.
It's not painful, but I can't.
But someone like.
It's not painful.
So someone like a Faz would who snaps
Mm.
in Android quality
Mm.
is an annoyance. It's
It's
you have to endure the pain.
bro. It's very annoying. But I can live with it.
Yeah.
But like the quality is just like it's just like yo.
After this is done, are you gonna unfollow me now?
No, I'll keep just block you from the stories.
That's
bro.
it. I'd story.
Fair enough. That's a good one, I reckon. Actually, you got the last question on this.
Let me check it out. It is.
So no, it's not serious. Cool.
Okay, cool. This is a bit easier. What has been ruined because too many people are doing it?
Ruined. Because too many people.
I was like, these bloody people
And maybe
with
stop.
cameras asking
Yeah.
people questions.
What's been ruined?
Podcast. I'm joking.
No.
They just
Podcasts,
started.
they still get started. See, I'm thinking too serious, bro, man.
Bro, it's because
And
this is what I mean.
I'll give an example.
You go on. But you're gonna be serious?
Yeah, Ralphie's.
What?
You know, like brands and.
Oh, that
yeah,
brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
What?
Ralph Lauren. If you
It's
Oh.
been ruined because it's been
that
like
polo t-shirt.
everyone's
Oh,
like, yeah, remember that?
that-
time?
yeah, they-
Like,
that was
everyone was rocking
serious
it. All the
trend.
uncles, everyone.
What are you thinking?
Nah, I was gonna say social media, to be honest.
So I was thinking social media, but I didn't want to say it. I was trying to think something different. But because I'm the reason I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to say it
We're
because
living
I
in
don't
a digital
think.
age.
Wait, no,
needed
but,
though,
but,
isn't it?
but
Everyone's
no,
business.
too many people are trying to do something that other people are doing well.
I get that, but I feel like there's still space for everyone to win.
Yeah.
True.
Social media has become too noisy, but then again, it has its pros and cons. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think everyone has their space in it somewhere. But the idea of like everyone's trying to become, the idea of influencers and stuff, like the idea that everyone's trying to become an influencer, like is quite worrying. Or everyone's trying to have some sort of influence is worrying. I don't think everyone should have influence.
You don't think everyone should have influence?
No, of
Unless
course,
they're
no.
valid
It's just
people.
like again, everyone plays a role within society, so not everyone can try have influence. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it should be left to a certain few. But yeah, it seems like the wrong people decide who those few are. Does that make sense?
That's true.
So-
Did we do well as being those?
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? But like you have to ease people in.
But as
So the
society,
future is you have to make
as
the thing is
society,
you have to make people comfortable.
As
So
society,
when I go in the streets, like you have to ease them in. Do you know what I mean?
So you started like, what's your favorite color?
No, I said no. You approach them, say, "Excuse me, like you're free for a quick 20-second interview." Oh yeah, so where you from? You know what you do? You know, blah blah blah. You know,
But we've done all of that. We
Yeah, but I didn't know.
We messaged you last Friday if you're free.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were gonna ask me a question on those society.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But as society, you were very indecisive today, man.
Yeah, society is, isn't it? So done a very good job, I guess.
No, I think you're good at the deep stuff, which is something I was gonna get into. What's like the deepest stuff you've actually heard? One thing.
What deepest? How? But what deepest?
Like you
sad? The sad?
Sad or is deep to the extent where the question wasn't so deep, but the answer was like proper.
I think two things. Yeah. So one of the biggest ones we did that like went kind of viral, i.e. millions of views, was slavery in Libya.
Oh wow.
So so this time 2 years ago, sorry, there was like a protest happening around I think Oxford Street. But yeah, that was a big one. But just hearing like people how passionate they are about what's happening, that was really one of the deepest ones we've done. Of course, Grenfell Tower was a crazy one.
Yeah.
Again, managed to spend some time as well with that was one of our first documentaries we did as well. So yeah, we managed to spend some time with people who actually been affected by it, who lost family and friends. So yeah, that was definitely one of the deepest ones we definitely did. But those two, slavery in Libya and Grenfell Tower for sure.
Has there ever been someone who said something, just like something so small, that's just completely changed your perspective on something?
You know what? When he said that guy, the first guy, well, one of the first guys I spoke to in the first video, when he said about the immigration stuff,
yeah,
obviously it changed my perspective, but like it made me realize that like, and the reason why those societies here today, like the fact that people need to hear other people's thoughts and opinions, because like I feel like we built a society where like people need to realize that you're gonna think X and I'm gonna think Y, we're gonna think Z, everyone's gonna think totally different, and I can't be angry at your thoughts and opinions right now because like our upbringing was different. Yeah. I mean, my parents are different to your parents, vice versa. Yeah. So the idea that like we don't want to hear other people's opinions and we shut them down, like we need to become we honestly need to become understanding of people's thoughts and opinions, and why they actually think you know, these certain stuff, and dig deeper, and you'll find the reason why. Does that make sense? Or why someone's been bullying someone at school, maybe they've been bullying, or why someone's racist, maybe their family's been racist. So we need to kind of develop that understanding within society, and why this person thinks Z and why this person thinks otherwise, and just create understanding. So I think that's when, because again, when I went on the streets, I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect that. So I didn't expect that I was going to get a wide contrast. I thought I was going to get the basics, love and blah blah blah. After when you're getting people telling you real stuff, like their real thoughts and opinions, like you have to, like I could have easily shut them down, like what do you mean, like you're crazy, blah blah blah. Like again, but you have to kind of develop the understanding, like why that person thinks that way, because there's a reason for everything. There are some people who are just like straight on, like full on, like racist and whatever. Cool, there's a certain level, but again, there's a certain level. Like for example, like Brexit, for example, like you need to understand why people voted like out. Yeah. No matter how much you think or whether you agree with it or disagree with it, you need to kind of understand there's a reason why people voted Trump as well. Like, honestly, like people need to get like why this has happened. Does that make sense? There's a certain shift that's happening in society. So yeah, that really made me think, and that made me realize, cool, like if I can get the thoughts and opinions of as many people on the same topic, regardless of how different they are, maybe some sort of understanding can happen within society.
Fair enough.
So yeah.
What's your overall goal with Dose of Society?
So I want to make it one of the biggest media platforms, or the biggest media platforms in the world. And not just that for the sake of that, but a place where people can share their thoughts and opinions freely, where people can document their stories. So right now we have three main formats. We have the on road, which is we hit the streets and speak to different people. We're currently working on 20 episodes on amazing different people within society, amazing humans. So people who are silently impacting our world one way or another. So I had to manage to spend some time with a group of people. So like I was in America, there's a place called the Skid Row. Don't know if you know about it, but it's like the homeless capital of America, like in Los Angeles, like in LA. Wow. Like you turn the corner, Staples Center, like there's thousands of people like homeless on the streets, tents lined up. Like it's something you would never see in your entire life. So so spending people like that. Recently managed to spend a group time with some weed nuns, which was crazy, in the middle of California. These group of nuns are selling weed. So just all these kind of crazy, like, honestly, just all these crazy interesting stories. So we're working on that.
Sick.
A new format that is called Around the World, where hundreds of people around the world are able to share their thoughts and opinions on what's happening within their towns and cities. So we released that now, where we have people from Ethiopia telling us what's happening there, Hong Kong, Sweden, Germany, you name it. So all these places around the world, people now, because of those society, they're able to kind of share their thoughts on what's happening as well.
We normally wrap up our episodes by talking on what your understanding of success is, and what advice would you give to anyone that's watching, young, old, your age, our age, of what it takes to be successful at what they do, and what advice would you give?
It's just being yourself, man. It's so cliche, but the cliche answers are the ones that are like the most powerful. But people don't realize that, because everyone wants the secret on how to get to a certain level. Everyone's looking for a way out, or certain something like
a secret sauce.
Yeah, but there's none. It's like, bro, like, again, spending in LA, like I managed to spend time with like the top entrepreneurs, like from different areas of expertise, from founders of Twitch to Gary Vee again, Sony, ESPN, like all these different types of people, and they're the most simplest human beings ever. Like, but people don't realize that. You think they're just so different, and also and it's crazy. Like, one of the reasons why I kind of don't watch any YouTube videos anymore, because it's all the same thing, bro. There's nothing new about success. Success has been around for what, since the Earth's been here. That everyone, do you know what I mean? So success isn't new, but again, everyone's trying to find this kind of new way. So again, it's just simply just working hard, which is as simple as that. And staying consistent and persistent on whatever journey you're on, and it's as simple as that. Because if you work hard, you'll get somewhere. And one thing I've said recently in one talk was that, like, you have an idea, and if your idea is like 2% good, even 3% at a certain level, like you have a chance of making it. And the only reason why I say that is because, like, after you're an idea that's at 5%, 3%, whatever, if you carry on, of course, progress happens naturally. So I'll take it to 10%, and you'll meet people along the way and on your journey. You'll take it to 30%. Then you're gonna meet someone who's gonna take it to 50. Then someone take it. Then, do you know what I mean? But that's only if you work hard and you stay consistent. Like, you can't fail, if that makes sense. So, like, again, so just staying consistent and working hard, like, because everyone's got a chance. You just gotta do it. Simple as that.
That's beautiful, man. It's the staying consistent part, which is slightly different from what other people say, because people just like work hard. Don't be consistently consistent. That's what I reckon. That's the thing that people can take away from this episode today. We've loved having you.
Thank you very much.
And obviously we're going to be seeing a lot more of you, working alongside you. I hope you don't mind when we rub shoulders with you.
Yeah, no, of course, man.
My shoulder's a bit big, right?
Yeah, that's cool. Just change your phone.
But no, we hope that you in the coming years are more successful than Arsenal.
Sure.
And
what? Arsenal are a good level. What are you talking about, bro?
You guys always
I'll be happy, bro. We've got. Yeah, I mean,
we'll keep it for another episode. We'll do football talks or something. But that's it to wrap it up, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this episode. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back with another episode real soon. Take care.